Hey people, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Mills and you're welcome to the Georges family. So today's video I'm going to be talking on how you can apply or get your permanent resident as a foreigner based on child reunion. Brazil is one of the birth tourism countries. So if your child is born in Brazil, your child automatically becomes a Brazilian and you as the parent can automatically apply for permanent residence. Now the permanent residence is 10 years and it can be renewable. You have many different reasons you can apply for permanent residence. I'm just going to list a few. If you have investment visa, if you're a scientist or a researcher, if you're a CEO or a manager that you want to open up or start up a business. You also have marriage. If your child is born in Brazil, family reunion. In other words, if you're a sibling or a parent to a Brazilian, you can apply for permanent residence. Just going to show you all the different steps that you need to apply for your permanent resident, and this is the recent update 2022, so it is different from the ones we used to have many years ago. You can apply for your permanent residency immediately after your child is born. Apply from any city in Brazil. Even if your child was born in another city and you now want to live in another city, it doesn't matter. So the first thing is you look for the website of the Federal Police here. Type the website online, open it up. It's going to take you to the general website of application. Then you choose the kind of resident permit you want. In this case, you're going to choose resident permit based on family reunion. When you open it, the first thing you need to do is to fill in the form. Now, the form is basically in Portuguese, but if you don't understand Portuguese, you can always right click and translate the page to English. But there's some regions that you have to leave it originally in Portuguese before you fill it out. If not, it's not going to go to the next part. For example, there is a section there for profession. You have to put the profession in Portuguese for it to go to the next. After you fill in the form, it's going to generate a code and a page which you're going to print. It's a one page. It has a barcode under. It has your name. You have to print it out, sign it. Then you have only 90 days to finish the other steps. Step 2 is for you to pay the necessary fees. So you have 2 fees to pay in this case. The first fee is 168 reals for evaluation and processing of your documents, 204 real for the actual card. I'm going to leave the link in the description section. There you have the steps. So for this step, you can click it. It's going to take you to a link. You generate the amount or you choose the amount that you're going to pay. It's going to give you an invoice. And when it gives you an invoice, you have to take it to the bank and pay that fee. Step 3, you have to gather your documents. So what are the documents you'll be needing? The application form that you have to sign, the receipt of the paid fees. You have to print out the page of your passport. You need your CPF card because you're doing a family reunion with your child, so you have to print out your child's birth certificate. If you have a marriage certificate, you can also print it. Also be needing a photo, 3x4. You have to take this photograph on a white background. Proof of economic dependence. Normally, as a parent to your child, you have to prove that you can take care of your child. It really doesn't matter because you need your permanent residence to apply for work or to work in the country. If you're already employed before coming or you're working remotely, you can also prove that. The thing we're needing is declaration of address. You need to have an address. If you're living short-term, Airbnb, whichever, you must have an address. So you'll be needing your birth certificate. This is very important. Criminal record. Now you need a criminal record, especially from your country of origin. Now, for example, for the past 5 years, if you have been living in 2 different countries or many different countries, you'll be needing criminal record for all those countries. This document has to be in Portuguese only. In Brazil, you have to translate it to Portuguese. So I'm going to do a video to show you how you can translate your documents into Portuguese. The next step is for you to book an appointment. In 2022, you can book an appointment online. what you need to do is go to the website of the city where you are and you look for the address of the area where you are resident in or where you're living in, and you send an email to them with your application number, your CPF, and you also send them all your documents. You have to scan them online and send it through the email, and you wait for them to send you a schedule of the date you're going to visit. The next step is to go to the Policía Federal. So you have to go to Policía Federal on the date that you have been scheduled for an appointment with. When you reach there, you have to submit all the documents, the necessary documents. They're going to take your fingerprints and they're going to take your biometrics. They're going to take you a picture, and after that, they're going to tell you to go wait. Immediately give you a document which is called the protocol or the receipt, and you can use the protocol to do anything which you can also do with the permanent resident card. But now this 2022, when you want to open an account or you want to open an account or do other things, they'll tell you to wait for the original document. So it also depends on the city where you are. In Sao Paulo and other places, you can use your protocol because it's the same number that will be printed on your card. You can use the protocol to do other activities. But in Florianopolis, when we wanted to open an account, they told us no, we have to wait for the actual card. So I don't know if there's a new regulation all over Brazil or only in some cities. Normally the wait time, they always tell you 60 days, which is 2 months, but not exactly 1 month after you get it. Now you'll not be notified through email or your phone number. No, you have to always check on the website. Check using your protocol number on the website and see how it's going to move from one step to the other. Normally it takes about 2 weeks for the card to be printed, but it takes another 2 weeks for it to reach your state, depending on where you are. When it has reached the Policía Federal, where you applied, you just go with your protocol and they're going to check and give you your card and you sign for it. This card is permanent, okay? But normally they give 10 years. So after 10 years, you have to renew it. And also when you exit your permanent resident, before 2 years, you have to get into the country again and you can exit. Okay, but if it gets expired, no problem. You have to do the same process to do a new one. So that is it about the permanent residency. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. And if you find the video interesting, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, and you hit the notification bell so that you get updated when I load more videos about Brazil.